Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark, and I'm one of the two co-founders of Almanac Ventures. And today, I want to talk about why I believe that we need to look at the climate change differently. The pace, the EU has set 2050 as a target date to achieve net zero emissions. However, the pace and the scale of change is simply insufficient to get us there. But why? For the last 20 years, most of climate capital has gone into three things: solar, wind, and electric vehicles. I guess as a society we thought, hey, if the problem is fossil fuels, let's just change fossil fuels to a greener source, leave the rest business as usual, and solved, right? Wrong. If we really need to achieve the level of decarbonization that we're seeking, we need to tackle what we call the messy middle. And I'm talking about the interrelated, complex, fragmented, specialized, capex-heavy industrial complexes that actually support how we eat, how we make things, where we live. We believe for the next wave of climate change investing, we need to look for breakthrough ideas that focus on a systemic approach. So no longer we can think about supply and demand, we need to have a systemic way of thinking. And this is why we're launching the 1.5 fund. The 1.5 fund is an early-stage venture capital fund of 50 million euros that looks to invest in bold, untested, but potentially world-changing ideas that aim to decarbonize the supply chains. We're going to be looking through Europe for deep and hard-tech solutions that have the ability to do three simultaneous things at the same time.
Amazing.
They need to improve performance, reduce cost, and improve the carbon footprint.
You were very...
If we do that, we achieve systemic change. And we believe if we achieve systemic change, we can do two collateral effects. The first one is that we can have a multiplier effect emissions reduction. And the second one is that we can achieve an attractive financial return for our investors. But let's get into specifics. These are two examples of systemic investing. It currently takes over 4 to 5 years to develop a bio-based agricultural product for the agricultural industry. Think of fertilizer. FA Bio is a company that is able to reduce that to less than 2 years by a patented technology that is able to detect the microorganisms in the soil that actually affect the plant. This increases the potential to create bioproducts, take them to market faster, reduce chemicals, improve soil health, global scale impact. In the case of Jolt, it's a company that is helping to democratize the use of green hydrogen by tackling one of the most important points or bottlenecks in hydrogen production, which is the electrolyzer. By reducing the cost of the electrolyzing and improving its performance, you can actually give it a fighting chance to use it to decarbonize industries. We have 8 deals already warehoused in our fund, and we have the ability to invest in another 90 deals. And I want to talk about why it makes a difference. It's 3 main things: the experience, reach, and approach. Joe and I have a combined 20 years of experience in the deep tech and climate investing space. We have our own investment methodology that mines for systemic dynamics and maximizes total impact. And we have our own network of EU-wide research centers, as well as a strategic partnership with Climate Kick. So we're now looking for cornerstone investors. So come talk to us afterwards, and let's see how we can do climate change a little bit differently. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Any questions on deep tech? Questions? Yes? Yes, please. Here.
You mentioned bold ideas, which probably means high risk and high return. So how do you manage the risk and how high the returns?
Yeah, well, for us, I'm an impact investor, so I don't think about risk and return. I think about risk and return and impact, right? But to your point, very risky ideas. Our thesis is 90 to 95% of what we invest is just simply not going to work. There might not even be a market for it. But that other 5%, if it works, it's world-changing. And that's exactly what we need to aim for. Now, I think in the world of climate change, investing, we need to be investing in many things, solar, wind, all of these things we need to invest. But we also need to be investing in the technologies that we're going to need in 10 years' time. And we don't see too many people focus on that. It's high risk, but also high reward.
Happy to have the deck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question? Selection committee, perhaps? No? Well, I have a question. What makes a mission-driven founder special in your eyes the first time you meet them?
That's a question we get a lot. And I don't think you can break it down. You see it in somebody. You can call it intentionality. You can call it coherence in their career, what they've been doing for the last 10 years. But they're usually able to craft a very clear story from where they started, what they've learned, and why they want to do this. And when you see that aligned as well with their skills and expertise, you see it in their eyes, I guess.
Thank you. Thank you, Marc.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.